Team Justin Baldoni has said there's more evidence coming. Also, Blake Lively, you haven't won yet.
So I'm wondering what Justin's reaction was to the judge's decision.
What was Justin's reaction to it? The same as my reaction. Well, we weren't pleased that it's not fair. It's not right.
What's next for you?
I mean, next for us is I'm really hoping that she doesn't drop her lawsuit.
Why would she?
Because she's on a false victory tour and she's afraid of the truth. And we're going to proceed forward with the case, and we're going to show that there was no sexual harassment, and we're going to show that there was no smear campaign. And she hasn't proved a thing. As a matter of fact, it's just the opposite. And we have all the videotape, we have all the footage, we have, the text messages, and we have emails.
Just when the headline screamed victory for Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni's legal team dropped a bombshell.
What was your reaction to the judge's decision yesterday to dismiss the biggest one being the defamation claim?
Well, we weren't pleased that the judge dismissed the defamation claim. And the truth is, going to be shown through depositions.
This case is far from over, and now we have new evidence. While the court dismissed the defamation claims against Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and the New York Times, Baldoni's attorney says the ruling was only the beginning.
A lawsuit which, accused some very good people of a smear campaign and accused, a terrific young man sexual harassment, both of which were completely untrue. And that's where the case got started. It's where the case stands today.
4 of their claims were invited back to court, and with them, new allegations, new proof.
Are you happy?
A refined legal attack. Blake's sexual harassment lawsuit is still active.
What's next for you?
I mean, next for us is I'm really hoping that she doesn't drop her lawsuit.
But now, Baldoni is fighting back, saying she fabricated the claims, orchestrated a smear campaign, and that the so-called untraceable evidence is about to come to light. We march forward, and I will personally take Ms. Lively's deposition, says attorney Bryan Freedman.
You mentioned in June her deposition. What's your strategy for that? What's the key question you want to get her under oath on?
State your name. I want to see if she shows up.
The next chapter of It Ends With Us is about to unfold in court, and this time, everything's on the record. Let's dive into the details.
Which is what's going to be next. I've noticed her deposition. It's set in June. We're going to see if she's going to appear at that deposition or not. And we're going to proceed forward with the case, and we're going to show that there was no sexual harassment, and we're going to show that there was no smear campaign.
Justin Baldoni's lawyer is firing back at his client's legal adversary, Blake Lively, criticizing her for jumping the gun with an early celebration.
Video of a triumphant Blake Lively taking a victory lap.
Justin Baldoni's lawyer opened up about how the actor reacted to the dismissal of his high-stakes lawsuit against Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. What was Justin's reaction? The same as mine. It's not fair. It's not right. Attorney Bryan Freedman told TMZ Live on Tuesday, June 10th.
So I'm wondering what Justin's reaction was to the judge's decision.
What was Justin's reaction to it? The same as my reaction to it, which is, it's not fair. It's not right.
He's a man who wants to be vindicated. That's all he cares about. He knows who he is, what he's done, and what he hasn't done. He wants the truth to come out, and he wants to do that the right way.
I think that he's a person who wants to be vindicated, and that's all that he cares about, is that he knows who he is, he knows what he's done, he knows what he hasn't done, and he wants the truth to come out, and he wants to do that in the appropriate way.
Freedman added, he's waiting for his day in court to finally tell his side of the story. Freedman admitted they were not pleased with the judge's June 9 ruling tossing the countersuit, but emphasized that Baldoni's legal fight with Lively is so far from over, while standing firm that Lively's sexual harassment and retaliation claims against Baldoni and Wayfarer Studios are completely wrong. Freedman accused Lively of being afraid of the truth. The truth will come out through depositions. That's the next step, Freedman said, revealing he has already sent notice to schedule Lively's deposition for later this month. We're going to move forward with the case, Bryan Freedman declared. We will prove there was no sexual harassment and no smear campaign. It's really just that simple. It's unfortunate to be wrongfully accused here. On the opposing side, Blake Lively's attorney Mike Gottlieb appeared on CNN June 9th with Jake Tapper, affirming Lively's resolve.
So how did Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds react to hearing that the defamation suit against her and her husband has just been dismissed?
It's a day of vindication, Jake, and thanks for having me, by the way. They're vindicated, they are gratified, they are grateful to the individuals and organizations that have stood by Miss Lively as she's pursued these claims, and they are determined.
She is determined to see her claims through, Gottlieb said, to pursue them fully and hold those responsible, publicly accountable for what she alleges happened. Gottlieb added, "Today sends a clear message that retaliatory lawsuits designed to silence and punish those who speak up will not work. They won't be tolerated by our justice system, and they will fail." That's an important message for anyone facing mistreatment at work.
Ms. Lively is determined to see her claims through, which are not dismissed and will go on to a trial that's set for next year. But she's determined to see her claims through and to pursue them to have a full public accountability of what she has alleged happened to her.
On June 9th, Judge Louis J. Lyman granted motions to dismiss Baldoni's massive $400 million countersuit against Lively and Reynolds, as well as the $250 million libel suit against the New York Times for coverage of Lively's sexual harassment complaint filed in December 2024.
One of the things that's so fascinating and also disturbing about this case is how much the internet plays a role with people trying to get out information to smear, and there was a very orchestrated campaign to smear Blake Lively, Reynolds to a lesser extent. What was that like? What was it like going through that as her attorney?
Yeah, the complaint that Ms. Lively filed alleges that a retaliatory campaign was launched against her back around the time that the movie was released in August of 2024. That campaign was sort of written out in a planning document of exactly the kinds of activities and stories that would be planted about Ms. Lively, to accuse her of weaponizing feminism, to accuse her of exploiting people, all designed to discredit her, to silence her, and it was a campaign that really took a toll on Miss Lively and a number of other individuals that were really roped into this and harmed by this campaign.
However, the judge left room for Baldoni's legal team to amend certain claims related to breach of implied covenant and tortious interference with contract, with a deadline of June 23rd to file the amended complaint. Following the ruling, Lively's lawyers, Michael Gottlieb and Ezra Hudson, called it a total victory and a complete vindication for their client. Lively herself took to Instagram stories, describing the countersuit as abusive and celebrating its defeat. But Freedman fired back, saying their predictable declaration of victory is false, signaling this legal battle is far from over. Freedman doubled down, stating, "Ms. Lively's allegations are no truer today than they were yesterday. With the facts on our side, we move forward with the same confidence we had when Ms. Lively and her team launched this battle. We look forward to her upcoming deposition, which I will be conducting." In response, Lively's lawyers, Gottlieb and Hudson, fired back on June 10th. No amount of spin, bluster, or creative accounting from Baldoni's legal team can change the embarrassing reality they face. Their plan to sue Blake Lively and her family into oblivion has been a complete and total failure. As this high-profile legal battle rages on, one thing is clear: neither side is backing down. With Baldoni's team gearing up for Blake Lively's deposition and Lively's camp standing firm in their victory, the courtroom drama is far from over. Fans and followers alike will be watching closely as the fight for truth, reputation, and justice continues to unfold. Stay tuned, this story is just heating up. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on this ongoing drama. Thanks for watching.
I'm going to do these videos like this. Blake Lively is not interrupting my vacation, and I'm going to proudly show the world that I am thriving, Blake. You cannot kill my vacation. I'm in beautiful Amsterdam, Kim.
Yesterday was such a shock. I haven't really been able to process it so far. I feel like this was just such a gut punch to everyone who was really hoping to see some justice for Justin Baldoni. And what we've seen now...
Blake Lively didn't win. Justin just couldn't prove defamation. It's a huge distinction that Blake has now run with her statements, which we have, which I want to go through frustratingly to show how Blake is just out there. I saw she was on, her lawyers were live on CNN. They're doing a full court press tour. Kim, it's absolutely sickening.
I feel like everyone gets what they deserve in the end, and karma, I do believe in karma, and I do believe that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds will pay the price for what they have done to Justin Baldoni.
Thankfully, Bryan Freedman has now finally come forward. We got his statement as well, but I wanted to share the statements. I wanted to react with Kim. Go ahead, Kim. You have some stuff prepared.
And I think also Justin Baldoni will come out on top.
No, you haven't. It is so frustrating to see the media just eat it up, Kim, that we're like supposed to say it's over. Now, it's not great for Justin, but as I've talked to lawyers even since then, I read some more, this was expected in a way, because the anti-slap laws in California and New York are like impossible because that's a complicated one, Kim. Because yes, there's a freedom of speech and all that. Like they have some benefit, but in a case like this, it's entirely frustrating because now, he can't get justice.